this EPA has failed communities across the country that are struggling with drinking water contamination. How can we limit the discretion available to the EPA administrator under this statute so that communities and public health come first?
Well, the legal standard right now requires three things. The third is really in the sole discretion of the administrator, but the first two, that the contaminant has adverse health impacts and that it's showing up at levels of public health concern, those two alone are enough to say that we need to set a drinking water standard for that.
Is there anything that you want to add that Congress should be considering as we legislate on safe drinking water? It's so critical, I think, that we get it right so that we can put the health of our communities first, and that we are implementing legislation to help those vulnerable communities that who may live in a different zip code may get different water, which shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't have a two-tier system where those who can afford it have better water than those who can't. But I also want to add that I think outside of just the standard setting provision, it's really important to have source water protection. Like, we should not let polluters get away with polluting our water and then put the burden on our drinking water utilities, on the customers, on the people who are drinking it. The burden shouldn't be on us to pay to get that pollution out of the water. It should be on the polluters who put it there in the first place.
I remember when I had my situation in my district where there was brown water coming out of the faucets. I'll never forget having somebody in elected office tell me, "Why are you focusing on this? It only impacts a few hundred people." And I was so outraged by the response, saying, "This is the problem because one person who gets brown water is too many, and we need to continue this fight."